All right. Welcome back, everybody. We are just getting started with the second round of qualifiers here at the Jonas Cup. It is me, Toast, and right now it is nothing but Toast, as I do not have a co-commentator, but if someone comes and joins me, we're going to have a grand old time. What we've got up here on your upper left, we're going to go around clockwise. BeastinShen in the upper left. Then we go over to Remmy. In the lower right, you have Vince. And on the lower left, you have Zrobot. We're going to get to know these players throughout the next 90 minutes. And we're going to get to watch their games here. There we go. Now you see the qual scores on the very right of the screen. We had our first 30 competitors play. I was one of those. If you were here before, you saw me clutch out a 725K at the very end. I did not think it was going to happen. It was going to be, I mean, I was fine with just like a 640K that I had before, but, you know, it'd be like that sometimes. All right. Right now, everyone kind of started at the same time. We're looking at about a third of the way to transition coming on up here. I'll let you know how these players are pacing once we get to that point. Looks like Vince is on a 450K pace. Zero's on about a 500,000 pace. Remy's got a good one going. He's on a 570K pace. And BeastinShen, he's still got a few lines to go there, but all these players so far off to some pretty solid starts. All right, and that's a 510K pace for BeastinShen, as we're all now a third of the way to transition here and either at or approaching 50 lines cleared. Now, we'll shout this out. If any of you here happen to be watching on Twitch and you're at PRGE and you're here at the Tetris tournament and for whatever reason you have CT4 on, I've got an extra chair here. Feel free to come join me on comms. I will welcome the company. You get to sit with me for the next 90 minutes while you're on top of it. All right, and a top out from BeastinShen, 177K. He's going to probably dive right back into it. About halfway to transition. Remy's on a 600K pace. Vince on about a 420K pace. Zrobot's at about a 500K transition pace. These players all putting up some solid numbers. And Remmy leading the pack here. He's over 300,000 points, and he just got to 70 lines. Again, looking at well past 600,000 for a transition here. If you look on the right, the top 48 competitors here are going to make gold bracket. We have a second silver bracket. The next 32 highest scores will make silver. And if you're not in the top 80, well, you get to have fun watching everybody else. Obviously, we can't say for certain what's going to happen, as they have to play the games, of course. But we're estimating that to make gold, you're probably going to need at least a 750,000. So if we were to throw it up there, that cutoff projected maybe around where Barrett is at that 768K, and everyone below that probably in silver. But we'll see how the remaining two waves of quals go before we jump to any sort of conclusions on that. All right, looking at the board here, Remy's going to meet the turn, 473,000. Really great score. Also gets the T-spin. Zrobot sitting at 362, make it 385K with the Toastress. Vince at 337K. He's got a long bar dependency and a 21-piece drought on top of it. And he's trying to work his way down there. All right, and a little bit of trouble on Vince's side. Can he get out of this? He'll need some survival. He'll need some good pieces. We'll see if he manages to get them. Nice flat burn there with the L piece. He is getting this down. Great survival by Vince. but he's not quite out of it yet. He's got that long bar dependency yet again, and he takes a dirty triple. This is looking a lot more manageable as we're about 15 lines from transition. Meanwhile, looking at Zrobot, he's got that little hang there, could delayed burn it, up hangs a T piece, but still gets the Tetris. We're only a couple of Tetrises away from level 19, so with DAS, you have to at least take into consideration your stack's got to be in good shape. So let's see what these players do with these remaining handfuls of lines. All right, and Vince is going to be our first transitioner. 365 hangs a Z piece or an S piece, and that's going to be it for Vince. He tops out at 365,000. Remmy transitions at 538. He's got this long bar dependency, gets it down so he won't need the quick tap, gets the long bar over, and that board's looking a lot better. Zrobot tops out at 473,000. And, all right there, and from the peanut gallery, Zrobot's dad, Duke, is taunting him that Zrobot didn't even get as high of a score as his dad did. So we've got a family feud over here happening in the lower left corner of the screen. All right, and looking at the top, Remmy is still going. He's got 609,000 onto level 21, so we'll bring our focus up there as this is looking like a pretty solid score in the upper right-hand corner of the screen. All right, Remmy is getting this board down. He's got that gap still in column number 6, gets a nice tuck, and with this clear, he's got it open. Now he's long bar dependent in column 9, might try and set up for a dirty, but he's not getting the pieces he wants. Tries to, I think that was a quick tap attempt on his side, but Remy's showing great survival here onto level 23. This is about a 930,000 kill screen pace if he can hold on to this. Gets a flat burn, gets a Tetris, brings it down. That's a column 9 Tetris for Remmy, 662,000 on level 23. As far as our other games, Zrobot just getting started with his next one. Vince a little bit in. BeastinShen coming up to the transition at 330,000. But our attention still hanging around on Remy's side of the board here, 675K, and he's on level 24. And he's waiting for a long bar. He's in a drought right now, 17 pieces and counting, and he decides he's going to go aggressive, gets that quick tap over. He's got that quick tap on lockdown, gets the Tetris, 713,000 from Remmy. Great opening game from him onto level 25. Meanwhile, BeastinShen, he's 15 lines from transition, 379K, a good second game from him. But once again, we're looking at Remmy. Massive first game, another Tetris. He's on level 26, 779,000. Let's see just how far he can take this. Needs a long bar, but he's also safely burning down onto level 27. And oh, hello, Aaron. Good to see you. Thanks for the shout out on the qual. But now you get to hear me yap for the next hour and 22 minutes in this qualifier session. As we're watching Remmy on level 28, he can get possibly 2 more Tetrises, but with that burn, he's down to 1 more Tetris. Can he get it? He gets a Tetris into kill screen. That's an 879,000 for Remmy. A great opening game for him. Hand is up. We need that score recorded. A GG's from Remmy. Meanwhile, BeastinShen on level 20, 509,000 is his score. So putting together a solid second game after the early top out at first. Yeah, and if you're Remmy, you've got to love that opening game. I mean, I'll have to look. I'm gonna look here. Can someone in the chat pull up? Can someone in the chat do a PB for Remmy? If not, it's all right. But what I'm curious about is how much more room for improvement does he have? Because to open up with a bomb 790 or whatever the heck score that was wild. All right. And BeastinShen getting a little high on level 22. He's trying to flat burn his way to salvation here. And he's getting the pieces he needs. He could actually do this. All right, needs a... that's not what he needs, but he gets the piece he needs. That well is open. Come on, long bar. Where is it? And, of course, it's not showing up. That was a 20-plus piece drought, and BeastinShen tops out at 540,000. A good second game, just the pieces did not show up when he needed them the most. Okay, looking at the bottom left here, Zrobot, he's got to develop that left side a little bit. He's starting to get the pieces he needs, gets a Tetris, 388K. So this is a solid pace from him. Coming up on 100 lines cleared. Vince with a solid effort himself. He's over 400,000 at 110 lines. On track for a 500,000 plus transition. Meanwhile, Vince in a drought, 24 pieces, not what you want to see, getting close to transition. All right, and makes a gap with that O piece, but he does get the Tetris. Vince has 2 more Tetrises that he could get. Does have a couple of burns in hand. We'll see what he does with these remaining handful of lines here. All right, I think he might be able to get 1 more Tetris out of this Vince could, but... he's in all likelihood going to end up burning his way into level 19, and I think that is what's going to happen here at the 443,000. Not the most ideal board, but he can downstack this. Looking at the remainder, Zrobot is coming up to the transition himself, 472,000. Could get a 500K if things go well for him. Takes a safety burn, has a T-tuck setup, gets the T-tuck. He could get 3 more Tetrises before level 19. And that's with maximum efficiency. There's one of them. He's got 1 more setup, gets a second one, and he has 1 burn in hand, but can get 1 more Tetris, which would put him around a 547K transition if that happens. And there it is, transition, 549 actually. 549K transition for Zrobot. On to level 19 we go. Vince on level 21 at 484,000, setting up pretty aggro. He wants that Tetris, and he wants it badly. The well is open, but the long bar is not coming. There it is, and he's not able to utilize it for a Tetris. And now long bar dependent in column number 3, gets the long bar. Vince is surviving. Vince is thriving, and Zrobot is thriving. 578K at level 20, gets a Tetris to go over 600K. BeastinShen is 50 lines in, 261K. And he is setting up for a Tetris, so a good early start from him. I mean, this could very well be a 600,000 pace. Meanwhile, Remmy with an unfortunate early top out, but he's right back into the thick of it. And Vince tops out at 506,000, a half max on his side of the screen. Right, we keep looking at this lower left-hand corner. Zrobot is on level 22, 649K. His pace right now is he's on max out pace actually. This is a 1.01 million pace for Zrobot. So if he's able to maintain this, and if RNG cooperates with him, we could be shaking some cowbells here in Portland. Meanwhile, BeastinShen 354K at 76 lines. He's got a solid pace in his own right. This should very easily be a 500K pace as long as he's able to maintain this. And Zrobot gets the well open. Now needs a long bar. Where is the long bar? There it is. Tetris for him, 751,000 for Zrobot. He is on level 24, 189 lines in. Gets a nice flat burn. That's actually a really good solve. I like that one. That's not something I would have thought of, so 200 IQ move on his part. And takes a safety triple. He's nearing 800,000 points here, and he's got 30 lines to kill screen. We go to the upper part of the board. BeastinShen setting up for a center well Tetris in column 5. Gets the long bar, gets the center well Tetris. 453K at 102 lines. And taking a look at Remmy, who is already on the board with an 879,000. He's on another good pace. This is 187K at 38 lines. And I want to say I'd stick with him, but Zrobot is fast approaching the kill screen here with another Tetris at 872,000 points. Takes a burn. He's about to go into level 28 at 911. He could get 3 more Tetrises, but he cannot afford any burns. If he takes a burn, he loses a Tetris. There is one, 946. If he goes max Tetrises, we could get a max out. So let's cross our fingers, hope that happens. There is another Tetris. He gets another Tetris. He's got a max out. Get your cowbells ready, folks. But he look up, he's going to burn in, but that's still a very good score from Zrobot. He was so close to the max out, 982,000 for him, and that's going to put him in 9th place on the scoreboard. So right now, as it stands, Zrobot is in the top 10. Yep. And of course, the Tetris community, the embodiment of sportsmanship. You're getting some GGs from the other qualers for Zrobot for that nice effort. And BeastinShen over in the upper left, he tops out at 494K. So it was looking good. He was on track for a 500K transition, but the piece is not in his favor. No comms? Right. Don't worry, folks. I am still here. Flying solo here. Looking at BeastinShen. Starting out with, he's got a dirty center well Tetris. So going with the Quate strats in this qual. That's his second center well Tetris that he has thrown up. We'll give a quick roundabout update of all of our scores. BeastinShen early on, 9 lines in, 46,000. Remmy is 25 lines in, 137,000. Zrobot at 92,000. He's still early on, 18 lines in. Vince just got the hey now on the screen. He's at 332,000. This is a good pace from Vince. I mean, I got to believe this is close to a 600K transition pace. So let's see if he can hold on to this. All right, now over 400,000 on Vince's side of the screen, making his way to that level 19 transition, 85 lines in. And Remmy on a good pace too. This is about a 660K transition pace on his part, about a third of the way to level 19. BeastinShen had a near 500K earlier. He's sitting at 124,000. Gets a Tetris, 37 lines in. Zrobot gets a dirty Tetris for a dirty board, and he's at about a 530K transition pace. He's also 1/3 of the way to that level 19 transition. Focus, shift. It's going to shift for a little bit to Zrobot. So let's see if he can get out of this dig situation. He's setting up for a dirty Tetris, going very aggressive, and he's going to get it. Gets the dirty Tetris, but now he's got some work to do cleaning up this board. Vince tops out at 439,000. And Zrobot gets a dirty triple. He's halfway up the board, and he hangs the long bar. Almost made it out. If he would have got that, I thought Zrobot would have been home free, but could not get the long bar over, and he tops out at 219,000. All right. And BeastinShen up top. He's got a good game going. 500K transition pace. He's halfway to 19. And y'all probably can't hear it here on the microphone, but the whole time he's been playing, Zrobot has just been yap, 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 and the whole time he is a ball of energy. He's yapping to himself. He's yapping to his dad, Duke, who's sitting right next to him. He's having a good old time here. But he's got a dirty Tetris setup. Will he get the long bar? He does get the long bar. That is a absolutely filthy center well Tetris from Zrobot, more than halfway up the board. And is he going to go for another one? Well, he's going to, but it's not going to be a dirty Tetris. Hangs the L piece, and that's going to be a top out. Played with fire, and unfortunately, he got burned and tops out at 47K. Looking at the rest of the players here, looks like BeastinShen, he's at 100 lines, 395K, so still on that 500,000 transition pace. Vince on the bottom, he's got a little bit of cleanup to do. It's not too bad, but probably would not like to see it get any worse. Gets a great burn with the O piece. How often can we say that an O piece is a great burn? It usually comes at the worst possible time. And if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take care of something really quick. I will be back in just a moment. All right, we are back, folks. Sorry for the inconvenience, but we have returned, and it looks like BeastinShen's got a good game here. 511,000. He's on level 20. I mean, he's still going. He's got that board brought on down. Setting up for another Tetris. He's got the Tetris. He's got the long bar. There it is. 567K for BeastinShen. He's looking pretty good there. He had a little bit of a slow start, but looking a little bit better now. Coming up on 600,000 points. Gets the well open. Now needs the long bar. See what he can do here. There it is. Tetris for BeastinShen. 600,000. He's over 600K. And I'm just going to take a quick stop to look at Remy's board. This is the wildest O tower that I have seen in quite a while. And it's making a wreck of his stack. But Remy doing great work to get this open. Meanwhile, BeastinShen is trying to salvage his stack, but he's going to top out at 604,000 points. Right. See what happens. Sent out the bat signal. See if anyone wants to join me on comms. If they do, you get more people. If not, you get me the rest of the way. Not that I plan on going anywhere, but it's nice to have a partner in crime. Anyway, we got some decent games coming up here. Remy's on a 358K, 79 lines. Zrobot is at 86 lines, 315,000. And Zrobot's going to get a dirty Tetris. That was at least a third of the way up the board. About 3 rows up was that one. Vince is certainly dealing with the drought. This is 27 pieces and growing. Let's take a look. Let's see just how long it is, and we'll call that a commentator's bless. 30-piece drought gets a Tetris out of it. 295K at 70 lines for Vince. All right, and I hear cowbells. Somebody maxed out somewhere. I do not know where, but there was a max out in the building. No, with how some of these games are going, I might need to get a cowbell. I am currently cowbell-less, so I will accept a cowbell delivery over to CT4. All right. Actually,
kicker, but man, the game did not provide. Does not get the long run time to get that last Tetris. Only need one more. I was staring at practice. Also running in public. Yeah, practice.
I'll let you take the inside chair. Laptop open and get some stuff here.
Oh no.
Folks, you are relieved from me in some, at least in some capacity. I have recruited Grand Designs to join me on commentary.
Great to see everybody. You go know 2 words that I'm saying right now. Hell yeah.
There you go. Hell yes in the chat for Grand Designs. You have us for the next 1 hour and 3 minutes. There are 63 minutes left in this qualifier. We've already had a great score. Remmy opened things up with a 879,000 in his very first game.
And looking at the qualifying we have so far, it's looking about seeing the board. There's 41 players on the board, and around the midpoint of that is 864,000. So I would say probably based on trends so far, somewhere between 800 and 850 is probably going to be the cutoff. So I think Remmy should be safe to get in. It's just a question of what seed Remy's going to get.
Yeah, I'm kind of thinking the same thing. Based on last year you needed 750K to make gold. So I think we're all kind of thinking that 800,000 range is what you're going to need.
Yeah, the big thing though is 800 is always an interesting number when it comes to DAS because it's a threshold that you need experience in 19 to be able to get it, but also you need the consistency to not insta-top in the first 15 or 20 lines of 19 to be able to really go all the way to kill screen and be able to get it too. It's a real magic number because sometimes with like a 700, you can get like a 600 or 650K transition and just line it all the way out. No matter what your transition is, you're going to have to be able to play some 19 to get 800.
Absolutely. I mean, I don't even have an 800K to my name. My PB's a 793, and you absolutely need that 19 consistency because you just can't score enough on 18 to get a score that high.
I know a lot of my own games, I still to this day struggle with 19 consistency. My 18 consistency is pretty good though. But really, my biggest thing is I have a tendency to sell out too quick on 19 or just build too many dependencies. And when I don't do that, I play too safe. It takes a real strong balance to be able to consistently get scores like that. And not only that, to even get in the bracket, to actually thrive in the bracket once you get there. Because a lot of the players in the gold bracket, they're not going to beat themselves. You need to be able to really play the game at a level where you're going to make your opponent beat you as opposed to just sit back and wait for them to make a mistake. As players in gold, especially ones that have max outs on the board, they're not going to make mistakes.
No, not at all. And yeah, you can't depend when you get up to that level. You can't depend on your opponent topping out early or not being able to play on 19 because everyone can play on 19. Everyone can survive tough digs on 18. You have to A, have that consistency, and B, have that appropriate aggression to just stay alive at those high levels.
It takes a very strong player to be able to know the exact way to balance that too. Because most players that I've seen over the years, outside of the really elite ones that we have qualifying on CT CT1 right now, for example, we got some of the real big guns going, like Andy, Dog, Fractal, Scooty. Players like that, and like AV Geek, who got the #1 seed in the first session, players like that know exactly how to balance that aggression on 19 and at the same time stack intelligently enough to where their boards are able to just handle pretty much anything it throws at them, where most players that aren't at that elite level, they get bad RNG, they're just screwed. It shows that it's not all about RNG. There really is an amazing skill curve on this game, which comes into stacking and just board health that it takes years and years to be able to master, because you can't even really use the excuse of like, oh, they're top rollers, they get to like cheat their way right through Brad stacks. No, these players are getting max outs almost 1 out of every 2 or 3 games with DAS. You can't use that excuse.
No, and not only that. I mean, there's kind of a double-edged sort of rolling. I mean, on one hand, you can get. On one hand, you do have the ability to get yourself out of bad situations, but at the same time, you also have the ability to stack in ways that DAS players probably couldn't even imagine. I mean, for a roller, something like a Vitz is just standard play. For a DAS player, setting up for a Vitz might be the craziest thing they've ever thought of.
No, and there's some DAS players that I've seen that actually play almost like tapper heights because they're so confident in their quick taps. I mean, me personally, I can occasionally hit 7 and rarely 8 high quick taps, but I never, ever intentionally set up for them with my stack. Some of the elite players, I've watched their games, and they actually stack like knowing that they're going to have to go 8 high because they're that confident in their ability. That's what really separates some of the good players from the great players with DAS.
Oh, absolutely. Now, looking up at the top here, BeastinShen is on level 21, 580,000. He's at 159 lines. I'm just going to go around the table here. Remy's at 381K, 85 lines. Vince, he's at 92 lines, 307,000. And Zrobot, you might be able to hear him saying, no, as he hangs a long bar, but he does have that well open. So I'd say, if we want to focus anywhere, BeastinShen's got a solid game going here.
Center well going here. Oh, this could be risky. The drought shot is 20 pieces is not coming. Gonna have to sell it out. Oh no, that burn! Unfortunately, that did not burn with that bar.
Yeah, that long bar came 1 piece too late, and he tops out at 588,000.
That was really rough for Shen. Shen had the well, had the pace, just unfortunately sold out for it. And it didn't come.
And that's kind of been Shen's MO. This whole qual is he's been going for those center wells and just and he's been getting them. He's been pounding down center well Tetrises like it's his day job, and it kind of came back to bite him in this one.
Now, sometimes, honestly, I know every single Tetris player that's looked at the code says otherwise. I know logic says otherwise, but sometimes I still, to this day, even after years and years of grinding this game, feel like there's a ghost in the machine and the game just knows what you need when you set up for center wells.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't care what anybody says. There's a conspiracy that every expert that says they've looked at the code and they know it can't happen. It's a long-lasting conspiracy. I always get droughted every time I go for a risky center well. Yeah. Literally every time.
I mean, three things in this life are certain: death, taxes, and a 30-piece drought when you're about to transition.
That too. Now, I remember once reading, it was a blog that Josh Tolles posted way back in the day talking about like how to pace to get max outs. He wrote in the blog once, he said, any player who's any player knows the game will not give you a Tetris right before transition.
Josh speaks the truth.
Now, I think about that a lot, and like sometimes I'll get one, but never with a really healthy board.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how many games I've screwed myself where I've just tried to go into transition with a Tetris. As of late, a lot of times I just try, when I get around 120 lines, I usually just try to go in with as clean a board as possible regardless of the pace.
And speaking of transition, Remmy transitions, and he's currently at 580,000, so a good score on his part, and he gets a Tetris to go over 600,000. So
oh, nice quick tap for Remmy right there.
Yeah, Remmy has been nailing these quick taps basically since game number 1, and his high score is 879,000. He's looking to get into the top 20, but to do so, he's going to need at least 915K. But I'm sure his eyes are on a max out.
No, the important thing is 879 is almost assuredly going to get you in the bracket. But what Remmy really wants is top 32 is actually top 16 to be able to get that first round bye.
Yes, that is right. Because in the gold bracket, we are playing a 48-person bracket, which means the bottom 32 teams, aka not top 16, They play in the opening round, round 0, play-in game, whatever you want to call it, and the top 16, they get a little breather.
Really, that first round bye, I mean, not only does it give you a breather, it also gets you a much more palatable opponent, too.
Yeah, I mean, whether you want to think it's an advantage or not, just the fact that A, you don't have to play right away, and B, you get to scout out your potential opponent.
I know.
That's if nothing else, it's a mental edge.
Yeah. Overall, top 16, my guess is you're probably going to need, I think you're going to need a max out to get top 16. If not, maybe like a 980 something. But a max out should be close to top 16.
Based on what we're seeing right
Let's see what
now.
Remy is. Remy is 806. Let's keep it. Oh, Remy's going for that center well, too.
Yeah, call him.
Oh, so there it is. Boom, it's coming down. Remy, 837, level 24. Let's watch this game.
Oh, yeah, he's at 186 lines. Board's looking pretty good so far, but he's getting T-bursted.
Gotta get quit that to the left. Got it to the left. Good play. Oh, get that O over. Nice placement right there. Remy is not going to try and burn that down save. 842 has enough pace that Remy might have been able to go a little bit safe on that right side. I don't know if that's going to come back to bite Remy or not, though. Remy's doing a little bit more burning. I think Remy should be. Ray didn't go lumbar flat there. I might have gone lumbar flat over in 7, 8, 9, 10. But I think Remy's going to be okay.
Oh,
that's a good burn there. 851. Oh, nice quick tap again. There's another Tetris, Remy. 884. Remy needs 3 more Tetrises and a line out to be able to get the max. Set up for 1. There's 1 right there. Remy, 916. Remy's got 23 lines left, so 2 Tetrises and a line out will be enough to get Remy the max. 920. Remy's got to clean this up, though. This is not a very healthy board. The level 26 curse is striking like it strikes everybody in this game. Oh, this is rough RNG. Getting it burned down. Only needs 2 if this can get burned down. 927. Oh, nice right there. That is really good. Come on, Remy. Get this down. Remy might try and go center here. Remy's not going to go center. 933 still needs 2 more. This RNG is just not cooperating. Not cooperating at all here. But either way, 933. Remy is 100% locked into the bracket with that one.
That's live. That's on Twitch. Yeah. No, you're good. Nope. But anyway, Remy tops out 933,000. But that is an increase in score for him, so that's going to bump him up a couple of spots, probably around 18, that 17-18 range, right on the edge of the first round bye. And just to dovetail off of what GD was saying earlier, based on what we're seeing already, you probably are going to need a max out to make the top 16. Our top 11 players already have a max out in hand, and that's not even taken into consideration. We have players like Meme and Cole and others that have to qualify tomorrow still.
And Meme is an extremely lethal DAS player as well, not to mention one of the most lethal rollers, too. And as I was mentioning before, you would be truly amazed at how many of the elite CTWC contending rollers are actually also elite DAS players. It's a testament to their overall skill in this game.
Absolutely, and that just goes back to where a common report maybe, oh, well, they can roll, they can get out of stuff. Well, guess what? So these good rollers, they're also good DAS players. So, it's not like rolling is what made them good. Their ability to play Tetris and stack and problem solve is what made them good.
And I'm not going to lie. Before the DAS scene really took off with the Jonas Cup last year and then CTWC DAS in Germany, I was under the impression, too, that, like, rolling just made them so much better. And, like, okay, let me see them play DAS. What are they going to do with DAS? Now let's go have some fun. No. They are amazing players in all styles. It's their stacking. Their stacking is the real key to be able to be good in this game, not RNG and not being able to see how fast you move the piece. It's all about stacking.
Absolutely, and for those of you that are in the online community, you're probably familiar with StackRabbit, Nestris.org, where you can go look at your games. Like I've had my games captured on Nestris.org, and then it says, hey, let's review some of your piece placements, and then it shows you something like, how in the heck do you even see that?
No, it's no different than like chess grandmasters, for example, where you can have somebody that just studies and studies and studies and studies and studies, and their rating can't get above like 2100 or something. It's because like it takes a true degree of natural talent to be able to have the mind to be able to not only see things that most people don't see, but to see them at the speed you need to see them whenever pieces are coming in 19, especially 29. Like some people, their brains just aren't naturally wired to see advanced stacking combinations to where they can see 2 or 3 pieces ahead at breakneck speed. A lot of players just think about only the next piece coming. It can help you in a lot of ways, but sometimes like the stack just goes haywire if you get really bad RNG. Where players that really see ahead, they can handle that bad RNG because they just have such better board health from that vision. And that vision, honestly, is something that's a true natural born talent for the top players of the game.
Oh yeah. Now looking at our boards here, we're gonna do a bottom half score update because the others are just getting started. Zrobot gets a center well Tetris. His board's a little bit awry. 429,000 on level 20. Vince is about to transition. 476K. He's at 121. We're gonna stop and check out Vince's scene here. He's got 2 more Tetrises he can get. There's one of them. He's over 500K. And let's stick around and see, can he get that last Tetris? If he gets the long bar, it's going to happen. There it is. Here is his transition, 525,000. Now he's on a race to the kill screen.
Yeah, as we were saying before, Vince is probably looking to hope to get around a mid 800 to be sure to get in the bracket. 549 is a good start. So see how aggressive Vince wants to take this.
Yeah.
A lot of players have a tendency to just start out real fast and aggressive as soon as they transition, don't really give himself a chance to get into a groove. It looks like Vince is getting himself into a pretty good groove so far. 559, very healthy board.
Yeah, he's in a groove, but RNG is also in a groove. 25-piece drought on his side.
Oh, that placement could be troublesome for Vince. Got a quick tap. Oh, Vince is not going for the quick tap.
Oh, this is some.
This is good. This is going to be some crazy digging if Vince can get out of this, but this is starting to get really iffy here. It's falling apart. 564.
Commentators curse. Oh, yeah, hate to see
Hey, we're all
it.
guilty of it.
Oh, yeah. But Zrobot's got a good game going here. On the bottom left, 594,000. He's at 186 lines. And he's going to get a Tetris, so he's over 625,000. I'm not sure he can beat his other score because he was near a max out in his first one with a 982,000. So
I don't think 982 is going to be possible at 657 at 25.
no, I mean maybe if you've got like the money ball and you get double points for Tetrises, but I don't think they have that in this ROM hack.
I wish.
Yeah.
Actually, there's a missed shift right there from Zro. Zro's going to be done 658. But regardless, though, 982. Zro currently is the 15 seed. And so you're almost assuredly going to need a max out to get in the top 16 now. If you already have other players calling, we have more going tomorrow.
Yeah, and because I'm looking at who got into the mix here. 12 players have max out. So just to give you a rundown of our max outers, from bottom to top, Scooty's got 1. Fractal, Wallbant, Jacobo, Dog Playing Tetris, they all have 1, and they're all qualifying now. Scotto Bozo has 2 max outs. Robin with 2, also qualifying. We have Hana, DMJ, and Savar also with 2 max outs. They are done. They can't increase their score. Pixel Andy has 3 max outs and could get more, but right now in the lead, AV Geek with 4 max outs and a 998 kicker.
Actually, I have a new update to that. I believe that's 4 maxes for Pixel Andy. Or are they corrected it?
Perhaps.
I think they said it was number 4 for Pixel Andy. Regardless, Pixel Andy has a reputation for a long time of being one of the best DAS players in the world. And really, in the very beginning of Pixel Andy's career, in the pre-rolling era, back when it was tapping, Andy originally was a top DASer before getting into tapping. And actually, for a while, played 18 on DAS, even though playing 19 as a tapper. So Andy's had a lot of experience in DAS even before the DAS revolution really started here.
Oh. Yep, absolutely, and it just shows you how versatile of a player he is. That he can basically change play styles on a whim. Basically, being an 18 dasser and then switching to rolling all the way beyond. I mean, you want a hallmark of a good Tetris player, someone that can play all play styles and be good at all of them.
In my opinion, Pixel Andy, I think, is number 1 in my book of players that are most deserving to win a major title that haven't yet won one.
Yeah. Kind of like the let's see, we'll sports analogize here.
Like Peyton Manning before he won a Super Bowl at the Colts.
Or like the Buffalo Bills of Tetris.
Yeah, honestly, like Andy's been close so many times,
Yeah.
but you got to think of like Dale Earnhardt with NASCAR. How long it took him to win the Daytona 500?
or-
When he finally won it, he got the greatest ovation ever seen in the sport.
Yeah, or like Phil Mickelson in golf. For the longest time, he was the greatest golfer to never win a major.
Now, I really feel in the world of Tetris, Andy has the title of greatest player to not win a major. That could change this year if Andy keeps playing DAS like this. Andy is really overdue and is definitely one of the top contenders.
Yeah, and spoiler alert, Andy did win season 30 of CTL. He beat Blue Scooty, the back-to-back champion. So Andy, as of recently, is their current CTM champion, or CTL champion, excuse me.
Yeah, that in itself is about as close as you can get to a major without it being one. The only thing holding that back is they have it 5 times a year.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the majors really are CTWC, the Jonas Cup, probably CTM Mega Masters, the new CTM Mega Dasters they're doing, and then probably, I would say the CTW Battle Royal Tournament, because almost all the top players play that, and it's once a year.
Oh yeah.
But I would say right under that would be CTL. But the only thing is they do it for like 5 to 6 times a
Yeah,
year.
it's not a once a year. It's not an annual thing. It's something. It is, like you said, something where they've got several seasons a year.
Yeah, but I would say winning that definitely puts you at the level of a player that's capable of winning those.
Yep. All right, and CT3 is in Max Out City, and I call it a gut feeling. I gotta believe we're gonna get a Max Out here at some point because we got a couple of very close players, which tells me I should probably go and get a cowbell so that we can be here on the Quattro, getting a Max Out.
I'm going to call it right now. I think Remy's getting one. I think Rocket Remy's going to get one.
All right. Well, I'm gonna go on the hunt for a cowbell, and I shall return shortly.
Hey, I got a fever, and the only prescription is more cowbell.
Yep, more cowbell.
Yeah, RXS in the chat saying CTM's more of a major than CTL. It's hard to really say. I think CTM Masters and CTL Division 1 are about equal because both of them occur relatively frequently. Majors to me are just once a year that like every big player plays. Yeah. Right now, Shen's got 438 with 122 lines. So worth keeping an eye on Shen here, see if Shen can get a big game.
All right, well.
It's another Tetris from Shen. Shen now 462. One more Tetris still available before we go to transition for Shen.
Yeah, and that would put him in the 480s of a solid, very respectable transition score from him, and 486. Oh, and a great tuck into transition.
Zro had a one-liner right there. Wasn't Club Zero.
Nope.
It was not Club Zero.
I still have not been allowed into Club Zero yet.
I unfortunately have, and I'm not afraid to admit it.
Try as I might, I cannot get in. I think the closest I've come is 1,500.
I've had many 760s as well. Okay, Shen now 500 at level 20. Not really a clean board, but this is diggable for Shen. Shen's got it mostly clean back down. As long as the board's back down to the bottom, just get those bearings recovered. Points are going to start going up much higher now whenever you get to later speeds here. So Shen should be okay to at least try to go for somewhere around an 8 or a 900.
Yeah. And Shen actually has a center well Tetris set up, and he's going to get it. Puts that Z piece over, and he gets the center well Tetris. 534,000, approaching level 22. If he stays alive for 10 more lines, I'll tell you what his kill screen pace is when he gets there.
Okay, Shen's still doing a couple quick taps. 539, still not fully clean right here. Oh, actually, Vince has a pretty good pace going to Vince can get out of this dig. 392 at 90 lines. It's roughly like mid 500K transition pace. Vince has got to dig his back. It looks like, Vince had a little bit of a shift right there.
Yeah, now going back up to BeastinShen, he did reach my checkpoint, so he's on about a 810,000 pace if he can maintain his Tetris scoring ability. But
a little bit of a shift there, but I think it's just enough to be okay. Yeah. Needs a bar to come soon. O had to seal. Pretty much had no choice but to seal that with the O.
But yeah, 555K for BeastinShen.
This is getting high right now for Shen. Shen needs something to get that down. And again, the bar came too late. Shen is not taking the safety here. Shen could have taken that trip. Yeah, Shen finally takes the safety. Now this could be really bad. These pieces are, what are these pieces for Shen? Come on, RNG. Yeah, Shen going to finish 593.
Yep, totally RNG's fault. I mean, looking at the top things that result in you having a bad Tetris game: RNG, piece placements, droughts, commentators, the temperature of the room.
I might say commentators are number one.
They might be. This is no particular order. Pick your favorite. I mean, you've got the temperature in the room, the airflow, the jet stream, how much salt is in the water, economic conditions in Bolivia, and then eventually maybe it might be the player at some point.
And maybe how much caca Kingsman's thrown in.
Yeah. All right. Now Vince on to level 19. Vince playing it safe first, probably just trying to get himself acclimated to the speed change, because again, level 19 is 50% faster than what you see on level 18. So this is not an insignificant change of speed, especially when you're playing with DAS. So he's starting to get a feel for it, get his sea legs under him, gets a Tetris. Vince now at 532,000 points. Don't worry, I saw that.
Oh, that drop right there.
I don't know if that was planned, but he's going to have to recover from it either way.
These missed shifts are starting to hit here for Vince. Yeah, that's going to be it for Vince, 534. I have major PTSD with 21 top outs all the time in my practice seeing those kind of missed shifts. Believe me, I feel Vince is paying a lot seeing those.
I mean, if I had $1 for every time I topped out on 21 with a good score, I might not have to work again.
I think I might have you beat on that one. Just might.
Yeah, might have to start a hedge fund or something. No, early days in all of these games here. We're still in the still not even halfway to transition on any screen, as all players have just recently started. So just to kind of recap here again, top 48 will make gold. The next 32 will make silver. Based on what we're seeing and what we project, to make silver, I would say you don't need a very high score. 250K might get you into silver this year.
Now, that is the good thing, is virtually everybody's going to get a chance to play.
Yeah.
And that's the way it should be, honestly. All the players coming out to support Classic Tetris.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, 5 maxes for Andy right now with 38 minutes to go with DAS.
Yeah.
Yes, you heard that correctly, everybody.
I mean,
in less than an hour, Pixel Andy has 5 DAS maxes. There are no excuses for DAS players to not be good at this game after seeing what Andy does.
I mean, Andy.
Oh, did you hear Zrobot right there? Is Andy cheating? Is Andy rolling? I think Andy is rolling the natty 20s on dice.
No kidding. I mean, not only that this is like Sharky tier levels of DAS play. Because didn't Sharky have like 6 max outs last year at the Jonas Cup?
I think he did. And
Yeah.
Sharky's playing tomorrow on CT1, actually.
Yeah.
He's going to be another one of the top seed contenders.
Oh, absolutely.
So look at our scores here. We got 360 for Zrobot at only 80 lines. Slight dig, but I think Zrobot should be able to get out of this. Taking a couple really good burns.
All right.
Okay, slight damage to the pace, but nothing really too bad. Okay, so standard well is set back up for Zrobot.
All right. And while these players are building, let's hit up a couple of our sponsors here. Let's first give a big shout out to the Tetris Company for sponsoring all 16 CTWCs. Congrats on 40 years of Tetris. Don't forget to follow at Tetris_official on Instagram to keep up on all things Tetris.
You know it.
And we'll sneak one more in. Again, these players are all still early on in their games. Make sure you turn into the classic Tetris streams at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time tonight. So basically, once these quals are done, to see the new game from Erika, Tetris Grandmaster 4 Absolute Eye, starring Corian and Greetin, etc.
That's going to be amazing. Corian, it's nice to see him around playing some more Tetris again. He disappeared for quite a while whenever the rolling revolution came in. But seeing him around again is always a treat, especially with how dominant Corian was when he first came into the scene in the pre-rolling era.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Corian, when he came in, he was the hyper tapper. It was basically Corian and nobody else until Joseph Saley came along.
And also, by the way, if any of you didn't know, when Joseph returned for Tap Masters in CTM, it was like he never left. I honestly thought there would have been some degree of rust for how little he played, but he came in and just really played like he did in 2021. We only hope it's not the last we've seen of him.
Yeah, and players still looking good here again. We got all 4 players starting, and so I will also shout out the Matcherino. Make sure you hit up the Matcherino. That is the prize pool for this tournament. Still early on, we're at $409. We'd like to see that grow so that we can give these players that make it to the top something nice to go home with.
And they deserve every cent. All the players that are traveling here from literally all around the world, just for the sake of this community. The competition is just one part of this. The most important thing is the community of players. We have 84 players that are signed up for this tournament. And to see 84 players come in and just socialize the way that they do and just have such positivity, it is truly, and I'm not saying this just to say it, the best gaming community in the world for retro gaming and maybe all gaming, period.
Absolutely, and I'm getting a stat pack here from RXS in the chat, letting us know that apparently, if I read this right, Corian got a 1.3 mil with roll, just completely skipped the 1.2, and just want to make sure I read you right, RXS. That was Corian that got the 1.3. Impressive.
Hey, we could be seeing another big comeback from a player from yesteryear, especially if they're coming back with rolling.
Yeah, I mean that might be Corian's ticket back into the gold bracket. Oh, I am incorrect here. That was Joseph that got the 1.3 with rolling, not Corian.
Now, regardless, though, I mean, Joseph, with his legacy is secure for winning back-to-back CTWC titles in 2018 and 2019 and being close multiple times in 2020 and 2021. But to come back the way he has when he really doesn't have anything to prove, it has to be just for the sheer love of this game. Like, this game just never gets old for anybody. And more often than not, I very rarely in my life with this game ever see somebody truly and utterly retire. They might say they're retiring and take a break, but this game is just this game just has a hold on it. It's just so fun.
Yeah, it just keeps people coming back. I mean, you go to CTWC, all of a sudden you see people that you haven't seen around for years, and then you find out, oh, this person's back into the game.
It's truly amazing to see. It really is. So we have 33 minutes left in this qual session, almost an hour in so far. Looking at the players we have over on the board, we have 13 players with at least one max so far, and there are several of them right now. Zrobot with a 982, definitely a threat to try and get one. Remmy with the 933, also a threat to get one as well. And then we have Chance and Batfoy both with 800Ks. Either of those two players very capable of maxing, so we could easily see a couple more players join the max out club to be able to potentially get into that top 16.
Oh yeah, nope, and lots of time for these players left. I mean, as long as they start their game before the clock shows zeros, they can make something happen. Case in point, my qual score, my very last game.
Sometimes that's all it takes. Hey, you get 90 minutes for a reason.
Yep.
Which, honestly, the more time goes on with this, the more that I feel it's better than 2 hours. Because a lot of times when we do 2 hours, by the time you get to the end of it, you're not really seeing everybody's best game.
No.
But 90 minutes, I feel, is perfect. Oh, we got another max on the board up on the front stage. I think Scotto got a second max. I know Fractal has 2, and Scotto got a second max, I think.
Oh, wow. Yep, and RXS asking the real questions. I was thinking the same thing, RXS. I know exactly what you're talking about, but I don't make the rules here. I just get told these people go here, these people go there, and this is how it be.
You know it. Okay, everybody pretty early starting here except Vince. 91 lines, 348. Okay, Vince has that hole, however, over on column 1, row 4. So the next bar is only going to be a triple. However, it is going to set up a potentially dirty Tetris here for Vince. 357 at 98 lines. So potentially looking at a low 500K pace for Vince.
Yeah. Yep. And just before Vince gets to transition here, I want to give a big thank you to Steve DeLuca from Total Radness. He's not only sponsoring, but has been a huge part of making the regional events incredible. For those of you who don't know, Steve DeLuca, he invented the Goofy Foot controller, which changed the way the game is played. So I'm sure you're familiar with the Goofy Foot controller.
Yup. I had to throw that in.
Oh yeah, well done.
Tell me, you weren't ready for that one.
I wasn't, but I am very familiar with it.
I've seen it be. I've never actually tried to use a Goofy Foot controller, but I have seen it. I've seen the Tetris Gym setups for it to where it actually configures it to use the reverse buttons. It's very fascinating, to be honest. It's real similar to the padless stuff that Opox has really been trying to push lately, too. There's so much revolution going on in the game. Even today in 2025, there's always new things coming up and new ways to grow the game.
Yeah, and speaking of that Goofy Foot players using it, I believe Robin, who's currently on main stage right now on CT2, not that we're telling you to go to CT2, please watch all the streams, but Robin is playing with Goofy Foot.
Yeah, I can tell you one thing. Robin's playing like Batman right now.
Oh, no kidding, no kidding.
Yeah, 3 maxes already for Robin. That's probably going to be a top 8 seed regardless.
Oh, absolutely. All right.
Yeah, we got Stack Attack is saying, funny how Mullen's pulling for Shredder Controller Tetris tournament.
Oh, man. Well, just Ben Mullen doing Ben Mullen things. I want to say he's going to be on commentary at some point, but could be wrong.
All right. We just had an announcement. With this a 30-minute warning. 30 minutes left for all of our players here on CT4 to be able to finish our qual. 30-minute warning.
And Stack letting us know Mullen's on commentary right now. Over here, we're off on the side stage on CT4. I can see the screens for the main stage, but I can't see or fully hear who's on commentary over there. So I will take your word on it.
Another thing that I have to mention as far as having these 4 stations, all of these stations are set up with Nestris champs to have 4 player scenes. So we have 16 players that can be on main streams at any given time. Because Nestris champs, the way that it's configured, the way it tracks stats, the way that all the scenes are uniform, the consistency that it has, the way that it really professionalizes everything in the event, it is such a huge jump from what we used to have, where we just had a lot of, on CT3 and CT4, just janky like restreams where we just slap them together. Everything being so uniform really adds such a good professional feel to this event. It's really come such a long way.
Absolutely. Now, just giving a quick run through of the scores here. We'll go around the table. 495K, make it 518K for BeastinShen, gets the Toastress. 474K for Remmy, coming up to 100 lines. Vince, as you saw, he had just topped out, and Zrobot early on, 33 lines in, sitting at 72,000 points.
Yeah, by the way, this pace for Remmy, 519 at 107. This is a mid 600K pace for Remmy. I'm telling you, I think Remmy is going to get a max. I'm calling it right now. This could be the game.
Well, we'll see what happens here. I mean, his board's looking good. Gets a Tetris, so now he's.
Hey, we got his dad cheering him on right here. I'm loving it. The one and only Martz, one of my all-time favorite players in the entire Tetris community, a true legend right here, if I've ever seen one.
Martz was, I think, actually the first match I ever played online was against Martz.
That's really cool. My first ever match was against Trap Zone in 2020. December 2020 in CTL Division 5 against Trap Zone.
Yeah, nope, it was after CTWC this year. I went, and then someone said, hey, you should do TNP. Based on my score, so I got on there, and I couldn't get into a division right away, and Martz was like, hey, you're new, you want to do a friendly? I'm like, okay.
Yeah. Look at this here from Remmy. Remmy 633 and still has one more Tetris to go. Yep. One thing Remmy needs to be careful about, Remmy has an extremely high degree of aggression right now. Remmy needs to not try and go ultra aggressive as soon as they go into 19. So many players with huge paces do that. Going in 658, monster transition. Remmy is going to continue to try to stay aggressive though here.
Oh yeah.
Not taking the safety either. Remy's got to be real careful not to get too setting up a tee. Tees came a little bit late right now. All right, drought counter came up at Remmy 667. Remember, Remmy only needs to get a max, only max this count leader, so Remmy can afford to be a little bit safe through the next couple levels to try and get a good stack. Yep. Remmy is set up, gets another burn, gets another Tetris. Remmy now 695, still level 20.
Yep, and also, not to be outdone, BeastinShen Trans, he's on level 22 at 658K. We're going to stick with him because I'm going to let you know his kill streak.
Mischief from Remmy. No. Oh, there it is. Wow, was that close. That was so close. Remmy almost got into serious trouble right there. 723, still very much on pace to be able to get this.
And right now, BeastinShen is almost on max out pace. He's projected to get a 996,000 into the kill screen right now. So we've got 2 games up top that are looking really hot here as we get into 22 and beyond.
Okay, Remy still not taking any safeties right now. Now ends up taking that safety triple. Still very, very good pace, 7:39. Slight dig situation, though, for, not nice bar to be able to save that dependency. Yeah. Come on, get that down. There we go. Remy's okay. 7:45 at 23, still very much in range here.
Oh, yeah, and actually, I can tell you that Remmy is currently on a 1.1 million pace, so he's beyond max out pace right now.
That's the important thing, is to just know you don't have to get a 1.1 here.
Nope. All you need is 9s across the board. Although with Nestor's champs, it does go into the million. So as long as he sees an A on the screen, he's
okay. Remy is clean. Remy's clean back up. 761. There we go. Nice lumbar flat. Set this up.
All right. Meanwhile, BeastinShen, Tetris is into level 26 at 735. So,
this RNG's bad for real. Wow, Remy just barely got that, but that RNG was starting to look a little bit problematic for Remy. Get that. Nice O right there, setting this up. There's another bar. Boom, there's a Tetris. Remy, 828, still level 25. Come on, Rocket. Let's get this.
Yep, and he's in great position. Once again, we know his pace. We know he is still building well, and we know what he can do. So it's looking really good. And I'm not going to say anything. I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. The cowbells are ready.
Okay, gets a good triple right there. Not able to get this here. 842. There's another bar. Come on, 874. 3 Tetrises with a line out to 29 should do it.
Yep. Meanwhile, BeastinShen is topped up with a 700.
There's one. 910. Remy's got 17 lines. 2 Tetrises and a line out should be enough.
Yep. And he has plenty of runway to do it.
Come on. There's a good burn. There's a good setup. There's one. It's 944 and 12 lines left. Okay, Remy. Come on, Rocket Remy. Come on, Rocket Remy. Uh-oh. Yep. That is not good pieces right there for Remy.
Okay, but this is still doable. He can get 2 more Tetrises.
Oh, no! Gets a quick tap. Gets a quick tap. 226.
Can he at least salvage a kill screen out of this, or maybe a dirty Tetris? He doesn't have much time left.
Actually, Remy might be able to set up Mega Dirty right here. Get that burn right there. Get the burn to the side. No. But still, 957 improves that kicker.
And
still improving that kicker, though.
He gets a drought at the worst possible time.
That was a heck of a pace for Remy, but that new kicker score on that board.
A 20-piece drought on level 28.
I was going to use a hell yeah if you got it.
Yep.
I was.
Yep. But yeah, just a terrible drought when you knew he was pacing well. You knew that max out was coming, but RNG said, I'm about to ruin this man's whole career.
RNG sometimes can just... I can't really think of a word that's safe to say on this stream as what RNG can do sometimes.
Oh, yeah. It can be a fickle temptress, that's for sure.
Oh, yes. Serve it a pickle, maybe.
All right.
Okay, 22 minutes still left. Okay, I believe that's going to move Remy up, I think, 2 spots. Once that goes in, it should move Remy up 2 seeds.
All right, with all this excitement, don't forget to celebrate your love for Tetris with Tetris Gummies. Get ready to dive into the world of gaming with all of these incredible treats. We're talking about all 7 Tetramino shapes and a special bonus piece, a gamer's paradise in gummy form. Don't let this gaming and snacking sensation slip through your fingers. Grab yours now.
Okay, everybody's pretty early right now. Still got plenty of time. So while the players are early, let's look at the main leaderboard so far. Pixel Andy with the #1 seed at 5 maxes with a 999 kicker. Then we have AV Geek, 4 maxes, #2 seed. 3 maxes apiece for Dog, Robin, and Scotto, the 3, 4, 5 seeds. Then Sfavar, DMJ, and Hana round out the top 8 with 2 maxes apiece. We still have a lot of big names going tomorrow. We have Alex T, Matt Martin, Meme, and Sharky are the lead names on CT1. All those players capable of multiple maxes. But right now, there's currently 13 players. 13 players currently have a max,
wow.
And we know that there's going to be at least a few of those players getting maxes. Yeah. So I can at least, I think we can confirm you're going to need a max for the first round bye.
Yeah, if you don't want to play in the first round, you're probably going to need a max out and maybe 2 to clinch it.
Nothing. Sure.
All right. And while we're here again, early on here, only one that's got some progress is Vince, who's about a third of the way to transition. Good pace though. He's probably looking at about maybe a 550K transition pace. But want to shout out Hyperkin, who has supported CTWC since the beginning. You know, in the past year, they've helped Tetris communities around the world by sending them NES consoles and controllers. They lead the way in retro and modern entertainment industry with unique, fun, and innovative items, including the retro end console. Check them out at hyperkin.com. And shout out for me because the controller I use is actually a Hyperkin controller. Got it from Mama Scooty.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, what time's the mine belt?
What's that?
What time's the mine belt?
I think like half an hour after calls.
Okay. I don't know if I had time to go get dinner or not.
Might have to go to the concession stand.
Yeah.
I hope you like chicken fingers.
No.
Then don't go there.
Okay.
So we'll get a little food chat in here. Chat, what's your vibe on chicken fingers? You like chicken fingers? You don't like chicken fingers? Where's your go-to chicken finger location? Let us know what you think.
Let me step away and go see what their menu is. I'll be right back.
All right.
Look at this level 30 Molining here. Wow. I never thought I'd see a Molining after a max on DAS tournament, but there we go. Level 30 with DAS. That's amazing.
All right. Again, we are in the waning moments of this second qualifier session. We're under 20 minutes to go. Yep. Okay, so again, about 20 minutes in, I'm going to give you a roundtable update of all of our scores. BeastinShen, 243K at 58 lines. Remmy tops out at 128K. Vince on the lower right, 334,000 coming up to the turn. And then in the lower left, Zrobot just starting a new game at 0. And we'll see how these players are able to do. Limited games left. Could probably get a few more games in, but it all depends on what they decide to do. And as far as qualifiers, kind of like a marathon. I'd say at this point, it's kind of like you're hitting the wall. And if you're a marathon runner, you know it's around that 20 to 21 mile mark where you hit the wall and you start to feel like you can't go on anymore. So within these last 20 minutes, if the players want to improve their score, it's time for them to find their second wind, get back into the swing of things, and see if they can pull out one more good score before all is said and done. All right, and looking at the lower right, Vince has transition. This is a good transition score from him. 508,000 points is the score for Vince on level 19, trying to get his sea legs under him with the transition. And probably a good move. Now, Vince is a max-out player. He does have a max-out on his resume. So we'll see what kind of score he can pull out here as he is on to level 20, making his way towards the kill screen. Some good building from Vince, keeping clean. He's got that double well on the right, a common safety tactic here, but he's getting droughted. 17 pieces and counting. Hangs an O piece in the middle, does get the Tetris, and now he can get back to work rehabilitating this stack, getting things back down to a state of something slightly more normal, because he does have gaps in columns 4, 6, and 7 that he will need to work through. Trying to get things back after he did get the Tetris. 566K is that score for Vince right now. And he is currently looking at about an 840K kill screen if he's able to maintain this pace. And sneaking on back in, Grand Designs has returned. Good to have you back here as we start to get into the spicy finish of qualifying session 2.
15 minutes left. All you need is one big game. One big game is all you need.
Yep, it's not about how you start, it's about how you finish. And if that last game's a good one, that's all that shows up on the qual scoreboard. And Vince is getting droughted again. What did he do to RNG to deserve this? Another 20-piece drought for him, but he does get the Tetris. He's over 600,000. 616K is his score on level 25. And things are looking a little dicey. I mean, not too bad, but Vince will have to do a little bit of burning. That's a misflip there. I don't think he meant to do that. And now he'll need
this
to
is
pull
looking
the-
rough.
Yep. It's not insurmountable until it is. And Vince
This is
gonna
falling
top up.
apart. That's rough.
You hate to see it here.
Last time I was in Minnesota, the thing that I wanted so badly that I had for the first time in my life was White Castle.
Ooh, and of course my ears perked up because it sounds like Chris Tang is talking about Minnesota, my home state. And apparently when he went there, he wanted to get White Castle of all things. Now, do you all have White Castle around in your part of the country?
I don't. I'm from Pennsylvania. I don't think so.
Yeah.
Actually, I know Ohio. I had one in Ohio, but not Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I think for most people, either you have White Castle or you have Crystal.
Yeah, I don't think we have Crystal either.
Yeah. Well, in PA you have Wawa.
Yeah, Wawa. Although mostly that's in the eastern part of PA. In fact, I recently heard, I live in the western part of PA around Pittsburgh. I recently heard there's a big thing about us potentially getting our first Wawa.
No way. Now, of course, go figure. It's been a hot minute since I've driven through Pennsylvania, but when I did drive through, I didn't get to the part of PA that has Wawa. I just kind of went through Pittsburgh and then did that. I forget the name of the city, but you got that weird interchange that's like, it's totally messed up. You have to drive through the city, then to go southbound towards Baltimore, D.C. Do you know which one I'm talking about?
About Harrisburg?
I think it's near Harrisburg. I gotta look it up because like you have to actually like leave the interstate, go onto the city roads, and then go onto another interstate.
It could also be Lancaster as well, maybe.
Could be. Okay, I'm curious, so I'm gonna look this up because now it's gonna bug me if I don't. Okay, found it. Apparently, it's in Breezewood, where I-70 and the Pennsylvania.
I know exactly where that is. Mile marker 161.
Yep.
I know it by heart because when I was a kid, I remember taking that to go visit my aunt.
Yep, that's the one. I remember that, and I'm looking at my GPS, and I'm like, why are you taking me off the freeway if I'm gonna stay on the freeway? And then I'm like, oh, I see what's up.
Oh yeah.
We've got a solid effort from Remmy here. He's getting a little high though. Does get a burn, does get a Tetris. So he's gonna be around a 500K if he keeps this up for a transition.
Yeah, we know Remy's capable of getting a big post here. See how aggressive he wants to take this.
Yeah. I mean, the thing that really matters here is we don't want Remmy to make you look like a fool and not get a max out.
Hey, he was so close last time. Like literally inches from it. Hey, they say football's a game of inches. This might be a game of milli-inches.
I know.
And I know I just made milli-inch up, but who cares?
Yep. And I mean, Remmy was basically, he was at the city limits of Max Out City. He saw the sign, and then he veered off the road.
I think that sums it up perfectly.
All right. And over here on my left, which would be on your upper right, I got Remmy and Martz talking in French. Don't know a word they're saying. I mean, I speak Spanish, but it's not exactly the same. And I don't know. We might need official ruling. Is this coaching?
Hey, put it this way. I took 2 years of Spanish in college, and pretty much the only thing I remember from it is hola.
Yep.
There we go. 5:18 transition for Remmy.
Nope. Nope. But yeah, I tested out of Spanish in college. I did AP in high school, so I basically had all my foreign language requirements done before I got to college.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Early days, you may as well take a mental momentum and get a good start rather than something.
All right. Now I can't see all of the scores here, but as far as the ones on this stream, we've got Zrobot at the 16 spot. So as it stands, he is the very last bye out of the first round in gold. Remmy is in 19th. So Remy's going to need to get probably at least a 990,000 or a max out to get into that first round bye territory.
Definitely, at this point, definitely a max out.
Yeah. Yep, and looking at some other names that you're seeing here, just some of the more bigger names in the Tetris community. Tetris Time is sitting at 18th with the 972K. Batfoy, return of the Batfoy. Only his third tournament in the last 2 years, not including a stint on Best of 99 with Matt Martin.
Yeah.
Batfoy is sitting at an 841K. Ben Mullen at 811K. And a Game Scout at 810,000. So some of the bigger names in the community there sitting at 800 to 900,000 range.
Now, one player that I am really bummed wasn't here but could have made some serious damage if they were was Green Tea.
Oh yeah, nope. Green Tea would have been great at this tournament, but after further review, can confirm flights from Japan are not cheap.
Yeah. I'm just grateful a lot of foreign players do come here as well.
Oh yeah.
It just shows us how amazing this community is.
Yeah.
For people to just, even ones that may not necessarily have a chance to win it.
Yeah.
7 maxes for Andy. Breaking news.
Yep. And I
New
believe-
world record for DAS.
Yep, and that surpasses the 6 that Sharky had last year. Over here, we're still waiting for our first max out on the Quattro.
Andy gets another level 30 as well.
Yep. Now Remmy is on level 26. He's at 825,000.
Okay, let's see this. Come on.
So let's take a look and focus on Remy's board. He takes a safety triple, and I don't know that he's going to be able to get a max out unless he basically gets all Tetrises. But
I think
got a
Remy's got to sell out. There's one there, 869. Hey now. Oh, I think pretty much has to go dirty here. Needs a bail. Not getting the bail.
Well, waiting for the long bar. He can't use it.
Yeah,
for
nice
Tetris.
quick tap. Well got sealed at the last second, but hit another quick tap. Where is the bar for Remmy? Come on. Where's the bar for Remmy? 876.
Oh, no. Now with 7 minutes left.
Let's see. Shen 533. Got another Tetris 557.
Yeah, and Shen's got a pretty decent looking board. I mean, he does have to burn off to get that right well opened up again, but this is something a DAS player of his caliber should be able to do. So there it is. Well is open. Long bar has arrived. Tetris for Shen, 587K into level 20. And we'll stick with looking at Shen's side of the board here. 591K. He's waiting for this long bar, which is absolutely not coming. And now he is facing a drought, not getting the pieces he wants, and he's going to spend some time in the burn unit over here, trying to get this board down. He's basically probably at the extent of what he can do with DAS, get these pieces over, and he is making it happen. Gets a Tetris, 629,000. This is going to be about a 940,000 kill screen pace if he can maintain this.
629. Couple more good burns.
And Shen's starting to look like he's he was starting to look like he got it until that.
A little bit of a shift there too.
Yep.
664.
Yeah, Yeah, shocking breaking news. March shows up and someone gets an early dash shift.
Hey, warm-up is done. Warm-up was done today 80 minutes ago.
That it was.
Actually, 84.
That it was.
I love that stuff. I have one of those.
Yep. We're commenting here. I know you all can't see on the chat with the Mart's warm-up is done sticker that I have in my possession.
Probably one of the top 5 most iconic catchphrases in all of Tetris, honestly.
Yep. I mean, you've got boom, Tetris 4, insert name here. You've got neck and neck. You've got, I suppose, decider is a phrase of sorts.
Mullining.
Mullining. Yep. I mean, imagine being such a big name in the Tetris community. You have a game tactic or a game term named after you.
Yeah, although mine, I always wanted the line-out chase down to be named after me, but they just call it the white guy strats. But I want it to be named after me because I so notoriously use it.
Nope. I thought it was funny. He didn't mean it that way, but Jedi Evan tends to come into my streams when I'm playing.
Yeah.
Usually like on the TNP show and stuff, and like I think one time I was playing against Omenvar, and he's like, I love coming in and watching these old man DAS matchups.
And I'm not ashamed to be an old man. I still feel young at heart.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna be 43 next month, and I got the energy of somebody in their 20s.
I know the feeling. Like most people in the Tetris community, when I came on board, they didn't know how old I was, and let's just say they were shocked when they learned.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Because
I don't know.
So I mentioned that because I was talking to Mullen about how I'm kind of with the old guys, and
I used to be good at it.
Bidwell openly laughed when I said that because Bidwell thought I was 30.
Oh wow.
And no, my age begins with a 4, just like you.
You definitely carry your age well.
Yeah, thank you. But yeah,
I feel like the look on me over the last 2 years, I feel like I've got a little more of an age look, but I still feel like I at least look like I'm in my 30s.
Oh yeah. Nope. I kid you not. I think there was a clip from the KC regional that was on one of the Tetris discords, and someone was like, "What? Toast looks like he's 20." I'm like, I knew there was a reason I liked you.
Up until a few years ago, I had people thinking I looked like I was 20 when I was 40.
There you go.
And I'll take it every time.
There you go. All right. Okay, and it looks like Zrobot and Vince. So the bottom half of the board is now the ones that are in that 19 speeds. Vince is looking clean. Zrobot's got some burning to do, but with some flat burns, he's going to get open. And Vince is just playing it safe. 507,000 for Vince, 561,000 for Zrobot. Don't worry, I did see that hey now briefly on Vince's side of the board. You can't get him past me.
There we go, 5-12 now. Only 3 minutes left, so Vince may have one more game left in him if he's able to get a good score here.
Yep, and Zrobot coming up, gets a dirty Tetris about a couple rows off the bottom. He's coming up on the end of level 22. Very shortly, I'll let you know what his kill screen pace is. He's a few lines away from the checkpoint I use. Come on, a couple more lines. Come on, give me one more. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
But I don't think he's going to get much more than that unless he does some great digging work. But he is on a 970,000 pace for the kill screen. So not quite a max out, but you never know. Especially if he goes aggro like this, goes for a dirty Tetris, hangs a piece, waiting for the long bar, which is, it came just too late.
But look at Vince right now. Vince 632.
Yeah.
Having to take a little bit of burns now, but 640 into 23 can definitely get into that 800 range. Probably going to need around low to mid 800s to get in the bracket, but Vince definitely has a shot to get in the bracket with a strong finish here.
Yeah, let's take a detour. We'll take the scenic route over to Vince's side of the screen here. 646,000.
Oh, a misdrop for Vince.
Yeah, unfortunate misdrop.
There's still 2 minutes left, so Vince is still getting one more. Oh, Vince could still get one more game in.
Oh yeah, unless he wants to try and push this one out. I know his score is. I know this might be his high score because I'm not seeing him on the leaderboard.
651 for Vince.
So I think he's going to get that score in. So at a minimum, Vince is going to have a 651K for his qual. But once again, 90 seconds left in this qualifier. Players can get maybe 1 or 2 more games in, depending on how things are looking.
All right, BeastinShen waiting to start his looks like his last game. Shen's only got a little over a minute to start.
Yep.
Okay, Zrobot tops out there. You still got another minute. You can start another one, Zro.
Yep. As long as you start a game before the clock shows zeros, you are allowed to finish that game out. So these players could start a game. Maybe they feel it. Maybe they feel it like, okay, I'm not playing well to start, so they could take that reset and get it started. But 55 seconds to go. So if they want to restart, they're going to have to decide quickly if this is worth it.
Clock starting the last run now, and Andy well into what will be the last run.
All right. I've got a feeling these players outside of Zrobot are going to play it out. Yep, he tops out. He's going to get one more.
35 seconds.
Yep.
35 seconds.
Yep, and this is probably going to be it for these players. Don't expect them to start any more games after this. I mean, Remmy definitely not restarting. He's on a 690,000 transition pace. That's monster.
Could we finish it in style here?
Hey,
it's like we're doing live PBTV, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we finished in style in the first qualifier, that's for sure. And we'll count down the last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Last games.
Yep. So at this point,
last games for everybody.
At this point, no new games can start in the qualifier. Players have to finish this out. Good, bad, ugly, whatever score they get is what they get. So this is it for these players. All right, and this will also be our final reminder to chip into the Matcherino. Again, the Matcherino is our prize pool for this tournament. You want to see these players with a big fat check, go ahead and chip into that Matcherino. I believe it was posted earlier in the Discord, not the Discord, but the Twitch chat, so check it out there. But we are going to hang with you every step of the way as these players finish out their last games, heading towards possibly a new high score for their qualifier.
Okay, 372 with just 73 lines for Remmy. Remmy is really going for this.
Yeah, this is his pace right now. It's about a 660 to 670,000 transition.
Huge here. I want to see this so bad.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Anything to see the reaction on Martz's face too.
Oh yeah. Nope.
Proud Papa.
Oh yeah. Now on CT4, we have not yet had a max out. We've had a couple players come very close, but as of right now, I believe we are the only stream of the 4 that has not yet had a max out. Will Remmy or Zrobot, or for that matter, BeastinShen or Vince, be the first one with an A on the board?
All right. 422 now, still keeping the aggression up. 445 at 91 lines.
Yep.
Another one, 469. Hey now.
Yeah, so the numbers have cooled off a little bit, but this is still very much a 600K transitionable game for Remmy. BeastinShen, he's at 262K at 77 lines.
That's 8. That's 8 maxes for Andy and DAS.
Oh my goodness.
That's insane. That's insane.
And yeah, also important to remember, this is a 90-minute qual. You know, back in the day, you had 2-hour quals. This one's only 90 minutes, so that level of efficiency with DAS is unheard of.
I would be, at this point, absolutely stunned if Andy's not the #1 seed.
Yeah.
Even with Sharky going tomorrow.
Yeah, you got Sharky and Meme qualifying tomorrow. They're probably the 2 biggest threats to Andy being the #1 seed here. Now, looking up at Remy's side of the board, he could get 3 more Tetrises before the kill screen, which would put him in probably the low 600s for a transition. There is one of them. He's got 2 more, but the moment he burns, he loses one of those Tetrises. And he's ready for another, waiting for the long bar, handling the pieces well as they come in, but he's getting
drought
droughted.
count. There's the bar.
Yep, there it is.
There it is, 613.
So he's going to burn into 19 with a 614,000 transition. Let's see what he can do with this game.
That's not the way Remmy. Oh, nice tuck there, though. That was not the way Remmy wanted to transition, but saved it really, really close.
This is why he's Remmy and we're not.
Thank you. 100% on that one. Okay. As was the case last game, Remmy has plenty of runway to do some burning here and not risk losing the max.
Oh yeah, no, pace is looking really good. I mean, he'll still have to keep going for Tetrises to get the max out, but it's not like he has to play all out, all Tetrises at all costs. Now, looking at the left.
Drought counter's coming off again. Oh, nice quick tap again. There's another burn for Remmy. There's another bar. Come on, Remy's getting another Tetris, 664.
Yep. Meanwhile, BeastinShen, he's got 2 more Tetrises to transition. Gets one of them. He can get another one, and that would put him at about a 470,000 transition. Still a respectable score, and there it is. 471 is his transition score. And Zrobot is done, tops out at 390K, but his score is going to be at 982,000. Currently,
Remmy missed the Tetris right there. Remmy could have went the doesn't matter. Remmy gets it anyway. 725, still on 22.
Yep.
All right, Remmy, come on.
And right now, Remmy is on a 1.08 million pace, so this is max out territory for him if he's able to maintain this.
Here's another Tetris, Remmy, 757.
Yep, and right now, the three remaining players all on level 19 speeds. BeastinShen on 20, Vince on 21, Remmy on 23. Remmy desperately waiting for a long bar that is not showing up. This is a drop, but he gets it.
There we go, 796 on 24. All right, Remmy. Come on, Remmy.
Yep.
Come on, Remmy. 799.
Yep, nice flat burn there. That's some great vision on Remy's part to keep that stack alive. And Vince tops out at 467K. So Vince's qual is done. He gets a, I think that 651 he got earlier is his qual score.
Okay, Remmy wisely taking a couple safeties. 813. Ooh, that might have been a little bit. Wrong adjustment for Remmy. Remmy got the wrong adjustment. Double quick tap. Quick tap might be okay. Might save it. The adjustment was right there. Remmy picked the wrong one.
Yeah, that's basically your soccer penalty kick situation. You've got a 50-50 based on where the player's going.
Actually, wait, Remmy might save this. Remmy could save this.
Yep, he needs a long bar though, and he needs it right meow. Oh, and he gets
he's not going to be able to get 825. But nevertheless, Remmy still definitely clinched a spot in the tournament.
All right.
GG's Remmy. Always awesome to see you play.
BeastinShen is still playing right now. He's got a 650K. His top score right now is a 777,000. So he's got the potential to pass that and improve his score. Even if he improves it by a few thousand points, that will move him up because he just needs a 780 to pass Snowy for that 31st seed in gold.
686 beat for Shen.
Yep.
See if Shen.
He wants that Tetris. He's ready for it. The long bar's not ready, however. Where is that long bar?
So level there it is.
Tetris for BeastinShen, 723,000.
26 and 27 are so cursed. There's another one for Shen.
There it is, 757, and now on.
Shen might have a 900 chance here.
Yeah, he's now onto the worst color scheme in all of Tetris, level 27.
I hate it.
As a colorblind person, I despise it.
There we go, 793.
So he is going to move up, and he's got a chance to even.
2 more should get Shen in the field for sure.
Yep.
There's one.
There's a Tetris.
There's 820. One more Tetris should lock Shen into the gold bracket.
Yep, he can get up to 3 more Tetrises, which if he can do that, he would probably pass Ethan Thoughts now for that 27th seed, but he is burning.
As I said, one more Tetris should clinch Shen in the bracket.
If he does,
he might be in anyway.
If he gets a Tetris, it's going to have to be a dirty one at this point. If he keeps burning, he's going to burn into the kill screen.
Honestly, with this score, I think Shen's in regardless.
Yeah, but he burns in. He's waiting for that long bar. Can he?
No, 846. I think that's going to get Shen in.
Yep, 846.
GG's.
That's going to move him up to 28th in the seedings. He passes Snowy, he passes a Game Scout, he passes Ben Mullen and Burb Wizard with that final game. A clutch finish for BeastinShen with that 846K qualifier.
Clutch is what we want to see with a capital C right here. Thank you so much to all our players here on Classic Tetris 4 with some awesome quals. BeastinShen, Remmy, Zrobot, and Vince. We got some more quals coming to you tomorrow, Saturday morning. You're going to have some more fun, and the Jonas Cup is in full swing. Yep. Everybody join me one more time in saying my 2 favorite words. Hell yeah!
And after this, after we sign out, be sure to check out the main Classic Tetris channel because we still have the Mind Meld competition going on tonight. I will be competing with Arbaro. It's going to be a good time, so come check us out at the Mind Meld competition. Don't know exactly what time it starts, but I'd say give us at least a solid half an hour. But for now, we are signing on out.